Welcome back. This next topic we're about to discuss is probably the number one greatest thing that general society needs to know about the built environment and building or constructing anything new. So for that reason, I can't emphasize this point enough and want to urge you to share this clip, send it to friends, family, send it to everyone in South Africa. This is the number one most common misconception or query that comes up. People ask us, do I need to submit plans? Yes. I could just make it, it's that simple. The exceptions are so few. It's worth your while to pay a professional and go and make sure that you are on the right side of the law in this regard. But just understand the exceptions are so few that it is safer, not even safer, it's pretty certain that you will need to submit building plans for whatever it is you're about to construct. Okay. Now, according to the National Building Regulations Act of South Africa from 1977, which really just tells you that that law has been around over 40 years, it says this: no person shall, without the prior approval in writing of the local authority, erect any building in respect of which plans and specifications are to be drawn and submitted in terms of this act. So there we go. No person shall erect anything without submitting plans. You can read further on there. It talks about offences and being guilty of offences and all that sort of stuff. Just don't get to that clause. Make sure you submit plans. Now, again, people will say, well, surely there must be exceptions. You know, if I'm going to put a garden gnome in the garden, do I need building plans? So yes, fair enough. Let's just deal with that. And in order to deal with that, let's look at the definition of the word building. Now, a building, according to the definition of the regulations, includes any structure, whether of a temporary or permanent nature, irrespective of materials used in the erection thereof, erected or used in conjunction with 1. The accommodation or convenience of humans and animals. 2. The manufacture, processing, storage, display, or sale of goods. 3. The rendering of a service. Number 4. The destruction or treatment of refuse or other waste materials. Number 5. Cultivation or growing of plants or crops. A wall, swimming bath, swimming pool, reservoir or bridge, or any structure connected therewith. A fuel pump or tank used in connection therewith. Any part of a building, including a building as defined above. And lastly, any facilities or system or portion thereof, within or outside, but incidental to a building, for the provision of water supply, drainage, sewerage, stormwater disposal, electricity supply, or other similar services in respect of the building. Now, there's a strange oddity called minor building works, where things like carports, small sheds, aviaries, those kind of things may possibly be not required to have plans submitted by the municipality, but you still need to make an application to your local authority and request their permission to not submit plans. Okay, because one thing you need to bear in mind, according to the structure of the law and the way the law is written, the property owner is always liable for any non-compliance in terms of their property, not the local authority. Property owner always takes the first fall, so it's in your interest as a property owner to make sure you get something in writing from the local authority before you go ahead and do any work. Okay, So that's more of the background to that question. But again, just to summarize, do I need building plans? The answer is yes. And consult a professional so they can advise you correctly. If you want to keep up to date with new posts and new topics, then don't forget to subscribe. If you have special requests for topics to be discussed, then leave a comment below. And I hope that this channel is educational and helpful to you.